Hi, you must have heard of so many tips and tricks about how to close sales, how to close deals. But today, I want to tap on one single most important thing that will really help you in getting success with your prospects. The most important thing in sales is prospect or your client looks at how much do you really care about them. If they get the doubt out of their way, or they're able to trust you completely that you would not recommend them anything that would not be helpful to them. Let me tell you about the only step that genuinely leads you to close sales. What is that step? Look, there are so many industries and so many different fields where sales take place. To cover most of them, I have pointed out three different options, out of which you can choose whichever applies to your industry, your product or service. Yes, one of the most important thing you can do to take your prospect into your confidence, that is powerful demonstration. How do you approach demonstration? See, it depends on product to product and service to service. Service in case of service, you have to give them some free stuff or a glimpse of your service, or anything, so that anything as a part of a service, so that they can experience that. In case you have some product, for example, I remember a TV ad. I saw an ad of a vacuum cleaner. The guy was doing some insane kind of demonstrations, like he was using the vacuum cleaner to lift the bowling balls of are of this size. You must have seen in the malls and all, they used to bowl, right? So those are damn heavy. So this guy used those balls, not only one ball, he used multiple number of balls to just showcase how powerful the vacuum cleaner is, so that people were convinced at first instance. You need not to convince them on the quality and the power of the product when you demonstrate in this manner. So you have to figure out what best way can you use to demonstrate your product, so that your customer feels that yes, this is it I was looking for, right? If you just keep on talking about benefits and features of a product, they don't care much. Instead of talking for hours together, and better have a demonstration. Don't open your call with benefits and features. Just go for the demonstration after you understand the need of the customer. Second thing what I've listed is follow up along with adding value. Look, not everybody will buy at the first demonstration or the first encounter with you. Some people need time to decide. No matter how good you are at sales, no matter how best your product is, doesn't matter how much goodwill your company has in the market, not all customers or prospects are same. You need to understand this. Some people take impulsive decisions, or some people need very less time to decide, and some prospect, they need time, right? So in the follow up what you do, you already have most of the details about the prospect. Related to the prospect, combine the needs of the prospect and the features and benefits of your product to him. Create some value packed information that you can regularly send your customer in case of you want to take a long follow-up. For example, email marketing is the best way to take follow-up. You can send WhatsApp notifications or any other medium what best suits your industry. So while, if let's say you are going ahead with the email marketing, what you can do is you can share latest updates, latest happenings that the customer bothers, and those updates, those that information helps your prospect to keep himself updated and way ahead of others. So this helps him gain trust in you. This follow-up strategy will help your prospect who was not trusting you initially. He will start trusting you, and very soon you might get a response from them, a reply to the email. After a couple of follow-up emails, you can ask them. Don't be pushy and sleazy salesperson. Just ask them with courtesy how they are able to manage things. The vibe that you should be giving away is a friendly vibe. So once you have the follow up strategy in place, you will be the first choice whenever that prospect decides to buy that kind of service or product. You will be the first person on his mind. So don't ignore the power of follow-ups. 90 There is an estimation which says 98% of the sales are dependent on follow-ups. Only 2% sales happen on the first instance. So you need to have a very good strategy in place for the follow-up. You should be adding value. At the same time, you shouldn't make them feel that you are being very pushy and trying to persuade their decision. Make sure you give away friendly vibe, show concern for the problem. Basic funda of closing sales is gaining the trust of the prospect. If they don't trust you, no way you're gonna get the sale. To build that trust, sometimes you have to go with the demonstrations, sometimes you have to go with the follow-ups. Coming to the point number 3, asking the right questions to dig up the pain points of your prospect. Why it is important? Look, people don't buy anything just for fun. They buy the solution of their problem. They don't buy product and service. They buy solution for their problem. So in order to make them realize what kind of burning pain they have, if at all they are not aware at that point of time about their pain, or which is kind of hidden maybe, you need to dig up more to ask the questions so that you peel off the layer of the ignorance. Ask right questions. Don't bore the customer or client by asking idiotic questions. Ask right questions that get you straight to the pain point. Then, using that pain point, you can help them take a right decision so that it's a win-win for both of you. Let's say if at all you have your targets to achieve and your sales targets are very high and you want to sell it anyway, if you do that blunder by just gaining the sale and you let your customer lose, you lost him forever. So always make sure connect a right product or service to the right person. Only then they will be customers for life. So I hope out of all these points, just see which connects to your industry or your product or service. Apply it appropriately. So that was the only proven step that genuinely leads you to close sales. Building trust. Building trust is the key. So next time, whenever you are at sales closing, remember this. Sales is just not selling any random stuff to people. It is transfer of emotions. If you don't feel that the product or service you are selling to the prospect will help them, it will show in your body language, it will show in your behavior, and the prospect can easily sense that. So don't try to be pushy. That will never help you. That all tricks and tips are of old school sales. Being honest and being helpful will serve you for lifetime. All the best.